The news coming out of the NFL world has sent shockwaves across fans and analysts alike. And if it proves true, it could completely reshape the defensive landscape of the league. Word on the street, although still unconfirmed in official channels, is that Brian Burns, one of the most explosive defensive ends in recent memory, is reportedly set to join the Washington Commanders. This move, if finalized, would instantly transform a defense that has been praised for its potential but often criticized for lacking a game-changing edge rusher. The Commanders, under the leadership of defensive mastermind Dan Quinn, already boast a unit that mixes discipline, speed, and strategic aggression, but adding Burns could push them into an entirely different echelon. Imagining the combination of Quinn's aggressive schemes with Burns' natural ability to disrupt quarterbacks paint a picture of chaos for any offensive line in the league. Analysts are speculating that this signing is not just about statistics or sacks. It's about the psychological impact on opponents who now have to prepare for a defense that can flip the momentum of a game in a single play. Fans are already buzzing about how this could redefine the Commanders' identity, potentially making them one of the most feared defenses across the NFL. While nothing has been formally signed or announced at this stage, sources close to the situation suggest that the negotiations have reached an advanced stage, and both sides are reportedly excited about the possibilities. Burns' career thus far has been marked by a consistent ability to pressure the quarterback, disrupt backfields, and make game-changing plays on third down, attributes that align perfectly with Dan Quinn's defensive philosophy. Quinn, known for his ability to maximize talent and adapt schemes to players' strengths, could unleash Burns in ways that the league has not yet seen. The mere speculation of this partnership has fans imagining scenarios where opposing quarterbacks face relentless pressure, making quick decisions under constant duress. If Burns truly comes aboard, this could signal a strategic shift for the Commanders, focusing even more on aggressive pass rush tactics, stunts, and blitz packages that could overwhelm even the most well-prepared offensive lines. Pundits are already speculating that this signing could ignite a domino effect, influencing free agency moves, trades, and draft strategies across the NFL as teams scramble to counteract what might become a historically dominant defense. Every corner of the sports media is buzzing, and social media chatter suggests that fans are beginning to dream about a defensive juggernaut that could rival anything in recent history. The implications of a Brian Burns signing extend beyond the field, as the Commanders' locker room dynamics could experience a shift as well. Burns' presence, combined with Dan Quinn's leadership style, might create a culture of accountability and competitiveness that pushes every player to elevate their game. Veterans in the defensive lineup may feel challenged to perform at a higher level, while younger players could see an invaluable opportunity to learn from one of the league's premier pass rushers. The ripple effect of such a move could manifest in team morale, practice intensity, and even fan engagement, as supporters begin to anticipate a defense capable of changing the narrative of entire games. Speculation abounds about how offensive coordinators will adjust, knowing they might face a front seven that not only generates pressure, but also communicates with precision and adapts mid-play. From a strategic standpoint, the potential signing of Burns aligns with a broader trend in the NFL, where elite edge rushers are often the cornerstone of championship-caliber defenses. In this sense, the rumor alone has generated excitement, not only among Commanders fans, but across the league, as everyone wonders whether Dan Quinn's blueprint for defensive dominance is about to reach its apex. Beyond the tactical elements, there is also a financial and contractual angle that adds intrigue to the situation. Reports suggest that negotiations could involve a complex structure, balancing guaranteed money, incentives for performance, and potential roster bonuses that reward both Burns' production and the team's defensive success. The intricacies of such a deal reflect the high stakes involved, as teams weigh short-term gains against long-term roster flexibility. For fans and analysts, this adds a layer of drama to an already tantalizing story, as the outcome of these discussions could set a precedent for future free agency maneuvers. If Burns' signing materializes, it could trigger similar moves across the league, with teams investing heavily in defensive playmakers to emulate what the Commanders are attempting to assemble. This rumor, in essence, is more than just a potential acquisition. It's a signal that the Commanders are willing to invest in game-changing talent to solidify a defense that could terrorize quarterbacks and dictate the pace of games. The strategic, psychological, and financial dimensions intertwine, creating a narrative that is as compelling as it is speculative, keeping fans glued to every update. Another aspect fueling the excitement is the timing and context within the league. Many believe that if Burns joins the Commanders now, the team could capitalize on momentum heading into future seasons, leveraging a defense that might already be well-coordinated and motivated. Opposing teams will be forced to rethink their offensive approaches, potentially altering drafting decisions and in-game strategies in anticipation of facing a revitalized defensive powerhouse. The speculation surrounding this move is not just about what Burns can do individually, but how his presence synergizes with Quinn's system, which thrives on unpredictability, misdirection, and high-energy execution. Observers are imagining the kind of defensive formations that could dominate the line of scrimmage, disrupt timing between quarterbacks and receivers, and create turnovers that swing the momentum of entire contests. Social media is filled with speculative scenarios, highlight reels, and fan debates, imagining the Commanders' defensive front terrorizing opposing quarterbacks week after week. If even a fraction of these rumors are true, the NFL landscape could be witnessing the birth of a defense that becomes the benchmark for the league, setting new standards for coordination, intensity, and overall dominance. Finally, the human element cannot be overlooked in this unfolding drama. Brian Burns, known for his work ethic, athleticism, and competitive spirit, would bring not just talent, but also leadership and motivation to the Commanders' locker room. The potential pairing with Dan Quinn, a coach renowned for maximizing player potential and creating cohesive defensive units, could result in an environment where excellence is not only expected but demanded. Fans and analysts alike are captivated by the story of what could happen when two forces of talent and strategy converge, imagining a defense capable of altering the trajectory of games, seasons, and perhaps even the careers of those involved. Speculative as it may be, the excitement surrounding Burns joining the Commanders is palpable, with the rumor alone creating buzz that reverberates through the NFL ecosystem. Whether this move ultimately comes to fruition or remains a tantalizing possibility, it has already achieved one undeniable feat, capturing the imagination of fans, analysts, and rival teams, all eager to witness what could become one of the most formidable defenses in modern football history. The ripple effects of Brian Burns potentially joining the Commanders extend far beyond just the defensive schematics on the field, as rival teams are already rumored to be recalculating their strategies in anticipation of facing what could be an unprecedented pass-rushing force. Analysts are speculating that quarterbacks across the league may need to adjust their timing, footwork, and pre-snap reads when facing a front led by Burns under Dan Quinn's aggressive system. The pressure is not just physical, it's psychological, as offenses must account for the possibility that a single misstep could result in a turnover or a game-altering sack. Coaches are reportedly studying film and considering new blocking schemes, rollouts, and quick pass concepts to counteract a unit that might thrive on chaos and disruption. Fans are captivated by the what-if scenarios, imagining games where the Commanders' defense dominates from the first snap, forcing mistakes, and changing the rhythm of the contest. Rumors are even circulating about how this move could influence the drafting priorities of other teams, as franchises look to reinforce offensive lines, acquire more mobile quarterbacks, or invest in schemes designed to neutralize edge rushers. The speculation alone has created an environment of anticipation and tension that permeates every corner of the NFL world. In addition to the on-field implications, there's a growing buzz regarding how Burns' arrival could reshape the locker room culture within the Commanders organization. Sources close to the team hint that Quinn thrives on cultivating leadership and accountability, and adding a player of Burns' caliber could elevate the competitive bar across all position groups. Veterans may find themselves pushed to maintain peak performance, while younger players could be inspired to adopt professional habits and techniques at a faster pace. Speculation is swirling that the team's internal dynamics may become a model for how talent, discipline, and coaching philosophy converge to create a culture of excellence. Observers suggest that this combination could extend beyond practices and games, influencing everything from team meetings to travel routines and off-field conditioning programs. If the rumor holds true, Burns' presence might create a feedback loop where performance and preparation feed into one another, transforming the Commanders into a unit where every player feels responsible for contributing to a defense that is not only statistically dominant, but also strategically intimidating. The excitement around this potential cultural shift has fans imagining a franchise reinvigorated with a sense of purpose and identity centered on defensive supremacy. The financial intricacies of acquiring a player like Burns add yet another layer to the unfolding narrative, as insiders speculate about the structure and terms of the deal. Reports suggest that the Commanders could be negotiating a contract that balances guaranteed money with performance-based incentives, creating a mutually beneficial arrangement that rewards both individual excellence and team success. Financial analysts are already projecting how this deal might impact salary cap management, roster flexibility, and future negotiations, noting that strategic planning at this level often shapes the direction of a franchise for years. The speculative nature of the rumor has also fueled discussions about how other teams might respond, potentially creating a domino effect in which elite defenders receive heightened attention and leverage in upcoming negotiations. Fans and pundits alike are dissecting every potential clause, imagining scenarios where Burns' financial and performance incentives align with the team's defensive philosophy to produce a win-win situation. This aspect of the rumor contributes to the overall drama, transforming what might seem like a simple acquisition into a complex interplay of strategy, finance, and long-term vision that could influence both the Commanders and the broader league landscape. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. Strategically, the potential addition of Burns could redefine how the Commanders approach game planning, with speculation suggesting an even greater emphasis on creative blitz packages, disguise coverages, and dynamic line stunts designed to maximize his disruptive capabilities. Offensive coordinators across the NFL are reportedly contemplating new approaches to neutralize a defense that could operate with unprecedented speed and unpredictability. Analysts imagine scenarios where quarterbacks are forced into hurried throws, running backs face immediate penetration at the line of scrimmage, and receivers struggle to find separation due to relentless pressure. The speculation extends to special teams as well, as the presence of an elite pass rusher can indirectly impact kickoffs, punts, and field goal attempts by altering timing and forcing rush plays. Fans are already constructing fantasy lineups and highlight reels in their minds, visualizing plays where Burns' athleticism and QUINN's tactical ingenuity combine to create memorable moments that could dominate sports media coverage. This potential strategic shift underscores why the rumor is generating such fervent discussion, as it touches every facet of the game, from defensive alignment to opponent preparation, and challenges the league to rethink what constitutes a truly formidable defense. From a fan perspective, the anticipation surrounding Burns joining the Commanders has reached fever pitch, with social media, forums, and discussion boards flooded with theories, predictions, and hype videos imagining what the team could achieve. Supporters are speculating on how this move could propel the Commanders into championship contention, particularly by creating defensive moments that swing games and energize fan engagement. Even casual observers are reportedly drawn into the narrative, intrigued by the prospect of a defense so intense and well-coordinated that it can dictate outcomes almost single-handedly. The rumor alone has sparked comparisons to legendary defensive units, with analysts drawing parallels to historical examples of teams that leveraged elite pass rushers to dominate their eras. Merchandise sales, ticket interest, and online discussions are all reportedly experiencing a spike, reflecting the contagious excitement of fans who are imagining a season defined by defensive excellence. Whether or not Burns officially signs, the speculation itself has already injected energy, debate, and optimism into the franchise's trajectory, giving supporters something to rally around and creating a shared narrative that captivates even those not traditionally focused on defensive strategy. Ultimately, the potential acquisition of Brian Burns by the Commanders, under the guidance of Dan Quinn, represents far more than just a player joining a team. It symbolizes the convergence of talent, strategy, culture, and anticipation in a way that few rumors in the NFL have managed to achieve. Observers are speculating that if this move materializes, it could have cascading effects across the league, influencing draft strategies, free agency decisions, and even coaching philosophies. Fans are captivated by the what-could-be scenarios, imagining defensive displays so dominant that they redefine the identity of the team and reshape expectations for opponents. The rumor has sparked endless analysis, debate, and daydreaming, illustrating the power of speculation to create excitement even before a single snap is played. Whether the signing is finalized or not, the conversation surrounding Burns and the Commanders highlights the magnetic pull of elite talent, visionary coaching, and the tantalizing possibility of witnessing something truly remarkable in the NFL landscape. The speculation alone has already become a story worth following, capturing the imagination of everyone who watches, analyzes, and loves the game. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.